Anyone who's viewed a number of videos on this channel may well recognise these as being Sherwood Forest's Napoleonic oaks. Quite a magnificent area of trees that line this side of Broad Drive. Down there is the major oak, and 50 yards that way is the centre tree. These trees have been documenting over the past 12 months, and the video you're about to see, if you stick with it, will show about a minute's worth of footage of these trees throughout 2022. We're very lucky, really, that these trees are even here, because many of them were marked for felling. And the reason that they were marked for felling was the plan was that we're going to use them to build the new visitor centre. Quite ironic that the visitor centre, which was going to tell everybody or be used as a base for telling everybody how wonderful Sherwood Forest is and how we should protect the trees, was going to be built from them. Rather goes against the grain, if you pardon the oak tree-like pun. But anyway, they've survived, and thankfully they have. I do love this spot of Sherwood. For me, you can keep the area around the major oak. This is proper Sherwood Forest, and it's nice and quiet. Just me and a robin and a blackbird. This is the middle of January 2022, and I'm going to record a minute's footage here. This is Broad Drive, looking from the centre tree down towards the major oak, and on the left of Broad Drive are the Napoleonic oaks. This is one of my favourite views in springtime, and indeed I tend to gauge the progress of the spring from how these trees come into leaf. And during the course of this video, hopefully we'll see how it changes, this view, once a month. And not only will we record the increasing amounts of foliage developing on these oaks, but we'll also record the arrival of summer migrants. But they won't be till about March when we'll get the first chiffchaffs here. There's a lot to look forward to. Well, here we are in February already, and a glorious day. And if I remember right, and I'll shut up in a minute, you'll hear there's a bit more bird song, certainly calling from blue tits and great tits, and robins especially. Well, it's March already. I know that March will soon go. Just a slight change. The buds are starting to swell now in the upper reaches of these Napoleonics. In another month's time, they'll be greening up. But anyway, here's March's minute of the Napoleonics. As you can hear, chiffchaffs are back. That familiar spring sound. Each month, for the next couple of months, more and more sounds will return to the forest. We're now in April, and what a change, what a huge difference to this minute of the Napoleonics from March. As you can see, most of the Napoleonic oaks here at the top end of the Sherwood Forest Country Park are now coming into leaf. The silver birches have just about beat them, at least most of the silver birches have. There's a difference in song. The chiffchaffs have been joined by willow warbler and blackcaps locally. So here is a minute of the Napoleonic oaks for April. We're now into May, probably the most beautiful month of the year. All the foliage is at its brilliant, fresh best. All the leaves on these Napoleonic oaks are now fully expanded and out and in all their glory. Everything is picture perfect. So here is a minute of the Napoleonic oaks during the month of May. Well, already we're into June. As you can see by the oaks, the leaves have now darkened and matured as we approach the start of the summer. So here is a minute of the Napoleonic oaks in Sherwood Forest for the month of June. Well, it's now July, an absolutely beautiful early afternoon here up at the Napoleonics. There's less bird song here now. Everything has generally quietened down, apart from the wood pigeon, obviously. So, while there's nobody about, here's a minute of the Napoleonic Oaks in July. It's now August, month 8 of our monthly minutes of the Napoleonic Oaks here in Sherwood Forest, situated along the old Broad Drive, the former London Road. It's very quiet in terms of birdsong. There's nothing at the moment, not even wrens, just the occasional tick of a robin and the odd chack of juvenile blackcaps, but otherwise it's pretty much a silent world. So here's a minute of Sherwood Forest Napoleonic Oaks for the month of August. Find ourselves after 8 months in the month of September, the 9th month of the year already, and as the sun comes out from behind some towering cumulus clouds here and filters down through these beautiful Napoleonic Oaks, here's a minute's worth of those Napoleonic Oaks for the month of September. We're now into October, well into the second half of October now, and there's some changes. The nearest of the Napoleonic Oaks, which is situated behind the youngish oak tree that you can see on the left of your screen, that's already well into changing colour. Its crown is quite golden, whereas the other ones that you can see
remain green. There's one bit of silver birch that's also providing a bit of colour, and I thought that would be yellow by now. But anyway, here's a minute of Sherwood's Napoleonic Oaks for the month of October. Well, you wouldn't think that this was November, but I'm filming this on November the 10th. It's a glorious day, and the Napoleonic Oaks are still adorned in the Lincoln green colour of the leaves. Very little yellowing done. I could have shot this from memory the day after I did the October minute. But anyway, here's a minute of the Napoleonic Oaks in Sherwood Forest for the month of November. There's only one more to come after this. Oh, well, a year has gone. This is December. And there's been quite a change, quite a notable change on the amount of leaves that the Napoleonic Oaks here at Sherwood Forest are now holding. It's turned cold and frosty last couple of nights, so there's been quite some leaf fall. However, some oak trees are quite individual, have their own ideas on things, and some are steadfastly still holding the leaves. So, for the last time in 2022, here's a minute of Sherwood Forest's Napoleonic Oaks. Well, that was a year in the life of these Napoleonic Oaks. And finally, I'm showing you a view of the other way. I'll do the same thing next year, somewhere different. It won't be Sherwood Forest. It'll be somewhere that will show the variances of the year of 2023. Dare say that'll be another year
It'll just positively fly by, as this one has. It's nice to see how these trees changed during the course of 2022. Something that they've done for a couple of hundred or so years, and hopefully will continue to do so for another few hundred years yet.